Hello everyone, back with a haul video. Crazy stuff here. A bunch of stuff. A lot of it's listed. Some of it's going up next. I wanted to do the haul before the rest of it gets listed. I know a lot of you still prefer the sales updates, and I'll still keep doing those, but I do like doing these too every once in a while just to show you some of the stuff I've been buying, because it doesn't always show up in the sales update for a while depending on how long it takes to sell, and it might still be worth knowing about if you didn't know about it in case you see it out there in the wild, so to speak. So we'll start off with the golf clubs. These were at a Goodwill. They were $4 each for each club. Usually the clubs at Goodwill are just not that good. They're Wilsons, stuff like that, Tour X or whatever it's called. But these were surprisingly good. There's a lot of Titleists in here. It's right there, Titleist, Vokeys. You got a Cleveland 60 degree wedge. You got an Odyssey 2-ball putter, two TaylorMade woods here, the M2 3 wood right there, and the M2 5 wood there. I think these ones are from 2016. Those are both Titleist down there. Here's some Mizuno MP68s, a set of 4 through, I think, the 9. Yeah, 4 through 9 iron. All of them were in there. I ended up paying, including the bag was $10, and it's a OGO or something. I don't know. I think that's what it is, but I paid 60 something bucks for everything plus a Bible, 69 bucks I think, which is a lot. I'm paying $4 a club, but I know it's worth it. I think these two will be the best two. They'll probably go for, I don't know, 60, 70 a piece. So those are pretty good. The TaylorMades, I think I'll probably get 40 to 50 on the putter, probably get 100 or so on those, and then a lot of these ones will sell for like 20, 25. I already sold one club. It was a Mizuno 3 iron. Not from this set though, it's an MP64 I think, a little bit of a newer club, and it sold for $40 ship by itself. So they're all used. I know some of you don't know a lot about golf, but if you do learn a little bit about it, some of the brands like TaylorMade, Odyssey makes good putters, Cleveland, Titleist, Mizuno's kind of hit or miss, and a lot of miss. Some of the older Mizunos aren't worth anything, but other good brands would be like Callaway, Cobra, different stuff like that. Those are the ones you want to look out for. Also, the Odyssey came with a putter cover here. These ones came with head covers too. Sometimes you just find different head covers for putters or usually drivers or woods. They do sell by themselves depending on which one it is. This probably doesn't go for a lot, maybe 10 or 15 bucks by itself, depending on which one you have. So if you found a bunch of head covers and they were super cheap, you might want to look into it. Or if you find a club, if it has a good head cover on it, and sometimes people have good head covers for not the right club, sometimes it's worth buying just for the head cover. So something to look out for. I know some of you don't deal with golf, but I thought this was a pretty good deal, so I jumped on it. It'll take some time for sure, but it is the golf season. Sorry, I'm just putting the clubs down. It is the golf season, so we'll make some money in the long run. Sorry about the mess. If you guys saw, there's a game on the floor and a toy. This room is just chaos right now with all the listings. So we'll jump into something pretty cool that most people probably would pass on, and I didn't think it'd be worth anything either, but Altoid tins, kind of ridiculous, but these are all empty Altoid tins. Apparently they sell well. I sold a lot of 29 or something for like 25 shipped probably a year ago or something like that. My friend had them. He had been storing them at work because he just loved Altoids, and then he gave them to me, and I ended up selling them. So in here, I mean, there's quite a bit. We got like 6 stacks of 9, so is that 54? Is that right? Hopefully. And there's a couple there, and I have this whole bag here, and some of these heart ones, which I might just sell separate if they're worth anything. So I'm guessing they're valuable maybe for craft people. They want to put like beads or stuff in there, or maybe like fishermen want to put certain kinds of small lures or different things in them. I don't know. I'm not sure, but they do sell. You have to have a bunch really to make any money though. So I probably have, let's just say 60 or 70, maybe 75. I'm hoping I can get like 50 shipped for them. I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 60 shipped, but I paid $1 for all of them at an estate sale. Lady it was run by the family. She was selling her stuff, and she said no one wants them, so for $1 you can have all of them. So I jumped on them. So you probably won't find that many, but if you do, it might be worth picking up. So here's some Brooks Brothers pants. Original price $130, 346, but they have a flaw. They were $1 at a garage sale, and what size are they? 37, 31, I don't even know. I just grabbed them. I don't know if it's even worth listing with that or if they're even authentic. So, but for a buck, I was like, I'll just pick them up. I didn't see the mark at first. I just wasn't sure if they were authentic. So I said for $1, I'll take it. But then afterwards, I found this little flaw. So we'll see if they're worth anything. Maybe, maybe not. If not, to the donate pile they go. Here's a brand that I sold really well for a long time, and then I couldn't find it without it being like 25 bucks a piece. These are Rock Revivals. They were $5 at a garage sale. They're distressed in the front, but it's all manufactured from what I can tell. Some of these still sell for 40, 50, 60, even 70 bucks, depending on which ones you have. So if you can find Rock Revival, these, especially men's, it seems, they sell even better. But even women sell. So if you see them and they're the right price, it might be worth looking into. It looks like they're still in market for those. Here's a Nike laptop bag. It was $6 at Savers. I don't know if it was a good deal or not, and I got 20% off. I just thought it was pretty cool, and it's like a pretty sturdy bag. And Nike, some people are just diehard with what brand they want to wear, so I just grabbed it. It might be worth 25, 30. I didn't even really look it up yet. Feel free to fact check me and see if I'm any good on that. Some boots here. These are Ariats right there. These are pretty cool. They have a nice pattern on them. They were $5 at a garage sale. They definitely have some wear to the front on the leather there, but I still think even with this wear, they're going to sell. Someone's going to want this style. Some have sold for 50, 60 bucks in a little better condition than mine. I paid $5, so if we get 35, 40 bucks for those, 45, we're pretty good. Here's one of those buys that I just kind of a sucker for. It was a garage sale on my birthday. We were going to check some model homes in our area they were building just to see what they look like. And I saw a last minute garage sale, and they had all this media here. Mostly DVD series. A lot of them sealed, like that one sealed, this one sealed, Rescue Me sealed, a bunch of NCIS stuff. I don't even have it all here. I paid 50 cents a piece, and then I ended up paying, I just offered them 20 for the whole thing. This Aeon Flux is sealed. Numbers is sealed with some damage there. I got Quantum Leaps there. And then all these ones in white cases are Robotech DVDs. All those are Robotech. So paid 20 bucks for all of them. I think I have a couple more sets down there that are sealed. I just didn't pull up. I always buy the sealed DVD series, even if they're not worth a ton. If you're getting them for 50 cents or $1, a lot of times they'll sell for 8, 9, 10 bucks. If you lot some together, you can do well. So at 50 cents, I jumped on them all, and again, I got an even better deal. I imagine the Robotechs will probably be worth 50 bucks or so. Probably can sell the NCISs because I have a whole bunch of those, 6 seasons of those, so that'll probably be worth at least 20, 25 bucks. And then we'll see if there's any value in the other ones. But couldn't go wrong, just always kind of a sucker for that kind of stuff. We'll jump into the camera here. This was came in a lot of stuff that I bought. You'll see the other two things here in a second, but I ended up paying 50 bucks for everything. He wanted 35 for this. I would say I paid about 20 for this based on my estimate of how I calculated it. It's a brand new camera, still in the plastic and everything. I should get like 70 bucks for it. So it's a 20 megapixel Sony CyberShot. Here's a little Franklin Holy Bible. Has the verses and everything in here. This was $250. I got this and a Bible for $5. I think it needs batteries. Yeah, I need to check the battery in it to make sure it works. But I wanted to show you guys because these little Franklin Bibles, some of them can do well, like 50, 60 bucks. This one I think is like a $20, $25 one, but it was only $250, so pretty cool. Here is something that everyone should have at home, a Permatweeze permanent hair remover. Actually don't, this looks super questionable. I guess it's to pull out your hair. Looks unused, to be honest. It's old for sure, you can tell by the box. Paid $5 at a little estate sale, I guess you would call it, and some of these sell for like 20 or 25, so I jumped on it without really looking it up, and then I found it afterwards it's worth about 20, 25, but looks like it sells somewhat often, so that's cool. Here's a Jotul NR6, a product of Norway. It's like a little heart waffle maker, I'm guessing, so you can kind of rotate it and pivot it in that little spot there. Paid 15 bucks where I got the Altoid tins, so she wanted 20 for it, and of course I told her I couldn't pay that, and she said she would do like 18, and I was like, no, I think 15 is my highest. She took it. Needs to be cleaned up, but some of them have sold as high as 80, 85 bucks. So I figure if I can get 70 bucks for it, I'll be happy. It is heavy, but it's super narrow and it should fit into a box. Probably pirate ship will be the best for this one because it's not going to take up that much space. But again, paid 15 for that. Here is a deal from Savers, which I was surprised. All these are Joyce Meyer CDs here. So it's like she has like kind of self-help stuff, but it's Christian based. So like little CDs. There's all these ones here. I've done well on in the past from her. They were $3 each. Some were $2, but most were $3. And that tag yellow was half off that day, so they were at $150. And then I told the lady, I said, I was in line and I was getting a shirt and a couple other things. And I said, are you guys going to have a half off? Or are you going to have like a 75% off time soon for media? Because I'm like, if they were $1 a piece, I would buy them all. And I'm like, you got like almost 30 of them there. And she goes, well, let me ask my manager. And she asked her manager, and he said, if I buy every one in the stack, he'll do them $1 a piece. So I bought them. I grabbed them all. There were 27, I think, in total. And she said, yeah, go for $1 a piece. And then she still gave me the 20% discount on top of that, which in reality, once they give the 50%, they're not supposed to give the 20 on top. They're supposed to just separate it. But she still gave it to me. So I basically got, really I got like 86% off or whatever, because I got 2/3 off just from me requesting, because they were 3 and I wanted them for 1. And then she gave me another 20% off after. So pretty good. These used to do amazing. A lot like this used to get you $100 easy. I think it's really come down probably about half of that. But I paid, what did I pay? $20 or whatever for all of them. And I'll probably list it for like $75, $80. And it should sell. I'll just have to wait for the right buyer. But Joyce Meyer stuff can do well if you find someone like an estate sale, garage sale with a whole bunch. You can get it for cheap. The CDs and the DVDs sell. This is a cool find. It was $1. It's a Jack Link's Feed Your Wild Side. It's got the Bigfoot hand. It's a mug. But I guess it was actually a beef jerky display. Like you'd put the beef jerky in there and it was just a display thing. The guy I got it from was moving, and he said it was a display, but he used it as a beer mug for when he was in Vegas. So he filled this up with beer and walked around Vegas all day outside drinking it. And it took him all day to finish. He said almost like 2/3 of the day to finish it, and then he had more beer later, but didn't use this. So a funny story, but paid $1. These actually sell like $30. 30, I think 30, 35, 25, depending on, how they did it at auction or buy it now. I don't think there's any listed right now, which if they're not, I'm gonna list mine like $50, not even the best offer probably, and just see if I'm the only one, if someone will jump out and buy it. So that was only $1. And lastly, the clothes. Save that for the end because some people don't like clothes. This is a my table creaks when I lean against it. A Surfline Hawaii, like a vintage. It looks like, I don't know, almost like I guess some kind of Asian or Oriental type pattern to it. I'm not really sure what you would call it. If someone has a better idea, please let me know. It looks vintage to me, and some of their stuff is done well, like $50 or $60 for a shirt, and some are like 10 or 12. So it was $4.49, but 20% off. I'm gonna jump on it. If any of you know more about this brand or can possibly date it, that's again what the tag looks like. I don't have a size on it, I don't think. Oh wait, maybe it was on the inside. Let me take a look there. Actually, I'll find the size later from it, but you don't have to look at that. But if anyone knows, let me know. Again, I don't buy a ton of clothes, but I'm trying to cut back. But this was something that just caught my eye, and I was like, oh, for $4.49 plus 20% off, we have to pick it up. This is something I'll always pick up. I got this with that camera, the Sony, and same thing with the thing behind it. If you get a little glimpse, you might know what it is here on the right side over here. But this is a Mighty Ducks by Nutmeg. Super cool graphic on the front. Mighty Duck stuff has a pretty good following. Whether it's hockey season or not, people will buy the Duck stuff. So this was, I estimated $5. He wanted $8, but I lotted everything together, so I put $5 on it. I think we had at least $25 for it, maybe more. Look out for like the 90s, cool graphic sports stuff. That stuff's pretty hot still right now. A lot of people that grew up with that are looking back for it. Or the caricature stuff where it's like NBA players and they're caricatured on front. Those seem to do pretty well. So I figure 25 at least, but I'll probably try to get more like 30, 35 for it if I can. So, but eventually it'll sell for probably at least 25. And lastly, one of my all-time favorite type of items to find. This is a Giants Diamond Starter collection, extra large MLB satin jacket. Not in perfect condition. Got a little flaw there. Got a little flaw here on the side and a little flaw here. But overall, paid 25 for this. Again, I bought the disc for 25, the camera for 20, and the ducks thing for 5. This actually already sold. I did the video now because I'm packing this up. It sold for 99 shipped. And I probably, if I really wanted to hold out, could have gotten a little more. The person ended up making an offer, and his last offer said he's balling on a budget. So he asked if I would take the deal, and I did. He made, like I said, he made me laugh. It's just, sometimes someone makes me laugh or gives me a story that's pretty cool. Sometimes I'll drop on the price just to make it happen. So hope he enjoys it, he or she actually. But it's super cool. I've sold a Dodgers one before. I've sold Lakers starter jackets, Yankees. All of them can sell. The value just depends on who it is. But the diamond collection ones are the ones you want to look out for the baseball ones. They do pretty well. So again, paid 25, sold it for 99. It's gonna cost, I don't know, 8 to 10 to ship it, and we're still gonna make $50 on it, something like that, maybe a little more. So pretty good deal for a $25 investment. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know. If you know about that shirt, definitely let me know. And I hope you guys are killing it out there. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and take care.